The big idea for June the 20th, Indigenous Day of Prayer. We used to call it First Nations Sunday. Archbishop Desmond Tutu of South Africa visited down in London, Ontario to our United Church General Council in 1990 and chided us gently for our racism and our slow response to our Indigenous neighbors, because he was coming from a even more conflicted colonial situation. He said, when the elephant is standing on the mouse's tail, they both agree there's a problem and that something should be done. But for the mouse, there's no time like the present. So we've got a sense of immediacy this year with the discovery of human remains in the Kamloops residential school yard, and awareness of the horrible history of residential schools and treatment of Indigenous peoples. Mostly I'm surprised that it's a surprise to people. We've been at this for so long. The United Church apologies in 1986 and 1998, and the commitments we made to work, to reconcile to our neighbors, to our sisters and brothers. So on this Indigenous Day of Prayer, you're invited this afternoon to come on across to the other side of the Sound and take a 3-kilometer walk supported with your phones and your tablets, with flyers, with information and education about our own context in relation to First Nations and the treaties that got us started as a settler culture. I invite you, as we begin worship today, to pray with me a braiding prayer. God of struggle and of reconciliation, be with us as we remember what we have been a part of. Cruel and unjust systems, efforts to say sorry and to mean it. Remind us that our history as people is like a braid. We are wrapped together, and there is tension in that, and pain. But there is always also strength. Remind us of the beauty and sacredness of braids, the beauty and sacredness of relationships. Remind us never again sever these braids, but to honor them in everything we do. God of struggle and of reconciliation, be with us as we recognize what we must be a part of. Loving and just relationships, saying sorry, and actively meaning it. Amen.